Now that my son has died, you can go ahead and start moving out. I'm sick and tired of you hanging out, and I don't want your kind of energy in the house.
Tracy, what are you talking about? Jack's funeral was just yesterday. I don't think I can even have this talk with you right now. We shouldn't be having this talk. It's too much.
And just how long are you going to be sad over this, huh? It isn't like it's going to bring him back from the dead or anything. He's gone, and you need to get out of here as well.
But you must understand how I feel. After all, your husband passed away and left you alone too, right? You can't just treat me like this because I've been something that I couldn't imagine would happen this early in our lives.
Oh, him? Well, yeah, I was actually super happy when he kicked the bucket. Not having to take care of that old bag of bones anymore was one of the best things that could have happened to me.
I don't believe you. That can't be true. Besides, you just moved into the house that Jack and I bought. I thought that we were going to be living together.
Well, you sure were wrong about that, weren't you? Now hurry up and pack your things. I want you out of the house as soon as possible. I'm not gonna deal with you anymore.
I don't understand. Just what do you mean when you say you want me out of the house? What have I actually done to you to make you feel this way towards me?
I mean that as Jack's mother, his house is rightfully my property. He definitely hasn't changed his will or anything like that, so I should be the sole beneficiary.
That isn't right. It's our house that we bought together as husband and wife. You have no right to the property. The only right you have is to visit it, and I don't even want that happening anymore if you're going to be like this.
Well, my daughter said that she is also going to be moving in, and I can't wait for her to, so we need the space. She's my daughter, so she'll do this for me.
Wait, Liana is going to be moving in as well? Since when is she allowed to do this? It's not her house either, so I don't know why you're trying to organize her to move into my house.
That's right, we talked and decided that there was no use paying for my place anymore if we had a brand new house already paid for. Obviously, Jack would have wanted us to have a place to live after he died.
I don't understand, though. The house is big enough for all three of us to live in comfortably. Can't we all just live together or something? Why make it any difficult than it already is?
What are you talking about? Why would I want to live with someone like you for? You're nothing to me with my son gone. You're a complete stranger to me now.
But this is the only place I have to live. You can't just throw me out onto the street when this is my home. It's not fair, Tracy. You really can't do this to your son's widow.
No, Liana and I want to live on our own as mother and daughter and don't want any outsiders bothering us. We don't have to deal with someone else's schedule or comings and goings. Stop being so selfish right now.
But I'm not. I'm offering to let you two come and live with me. I don't understand what is so wrong about that. I still have rights to this house, and you shouldn't have this sort of power over me.
I don't care what kind of charity you think you're giving us, but the fact is that we just don't want to live with you. We didn't like the way you do things in the house.
But what did I do? I don't know what I've done to make you dislike me this much. None of what you're saying is making any sense to me. It's like you're creating drama for no reason.
I don't need to justify myself to someone like you. Do you understand me? Anyways, the movers are going to be arriving in the afternoon, so make sure to have your bags ready by then.
Wait, you want me to move out of the house by today? Do you not understand how insane that is? It takes a lot of organization to move out of a house, especially if you have a lot of things.
That's right, and I expect you to leave us a hot meal for dinner ready on the stove when you leave too. That's the least you can do for us when we move in.
You can't be serious. This is just getting ridiculous. I'm not going to do something like that if you're just going to kick me out. No way that is happening.
You know, that is what I dislike about you the most. How you almost have to complain and moan about every silly little thing. I'm so sick and tired of you, Tanya.
I wasn't trying to do that. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand why you're doing something like this to me when I've been nothing but nice to you and your family. I've just lost my husband, Tracy.
Anyways, if you really think that you can't move everything out by the end of the day, then at least pack the bare minimum and come back for the rest of your stuff later.
Still, this is all way too sudden. I can't just pack up and leave my own home. It's not fair. I have the right to be here as I bought this house with my husband. He's gone, but I should still be allowed to be here.
If you don't do as I ask, then I am not even going to bother buying a headstone for Jack. He'll just go in an unmarked grave somewhere.
You can't be serious. You would really do that to your own son? That's so not fair. He's not even here to speak for himself. Are you doing this just to spite me? Really, Tracy?
I won't buy it. Unless you do as I say and leave the house right now, he'll have nowhere to rest until you move out. You're not going to let that happen to your own husband, are you?
Okay, I understand. I guess I really don't have any other choice but to do that. I can't believe that you're going this far. How could you be like this to me? My name is Tanya, and I am 30 years old. 2 years ago, I married my husband, or should I say, late husband, Jack. 6 months ago, we discovered that he had cancer. The doctor said that it was surprisingly advanced. It all happened so quickly that I didn't even have time to get ready. It feels like it wasn't even that long ago that we decided to start a garden and try growing our own vegetables. We had so many other plans. We'd even almost finished the room where our kids would sleep, but he passed before we could have any. Still, after his passing, I had no idea that my mother-in-law, Tracy, and her daughter had such strong feelings for dislike for me. At the funeral, they didn't seem to cry or anything. They were just playing host to all of their relatives. But to ask for me to hand over my house? I really didn't know what to believe. But then, they showed up in the afternoon with a moving truck full of their things.
Tanya, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be taking this necklace that I saw in the pink jewelry box. It's mine now.
Oh no, I must have forgotten that in the rush to move out. Please don't touch that. Just leave it where it is. I really don't want you having that. It was given to me. It's not yours to have.
No way, I already said that it's mine. Besides, it looks really expensive. Maybe I can sell it and get some cash. That would be a better idea, to be honest.
Please don't do that. It was the first gift that Jack ever bought me. You have no idea how much it means to me. You can't just touch my things and claim them as yours.
Just how long are you going to hang on to the past like this, huh? I mean, keeping something like this isn't going to help you get over my brother. Why don't you just move on and marry someone else?
How could you even say something like that? He just died, and you think I could even think to do something like that? Why are you being like this for, Liana?
I can be however I like towards you, since you're nothing but scum to my mother and I. Oh, by the way, I was just curious. Where are you staying now that we've taken over your house?
I couldn't go back to my parents. They live too far away, so I'm staying with some friends right now. They were nice enough to let me stay with them whilst this has been going on.
Oops. I guess we should have given you a little more heads up about taking the house, huh? Oh well. I mean, I don't care about what happens to you, really.
Well, if you really feel about it, how about giving it back to me? It doesn't need to be this way. I just want what is mine back in my hands, Liana. Is that so much to ask?
Oh, yeah, no, that really isn't going to work for my mom and I. Sorry, we need somewhere to stay as well, and this is the best place for us right now.
Well, how is it? Are you at least finding yourselves comfortable? Have you both made yourselves at home? In my home that belonged to me and your brother once?
I don't really mean to compliment you here, but the sense of decor and furniture is just amazing. I mean, this feels like something out of a magazine.
Thank you. I am really so glad that you're enjoying your time there. At least someone is enjoying it, even though I can't. It just doesn't seem right to me, Liana.
Well, the credit really goes to my mom. It was her idea to take over the house from you. She said that it was perfect since you two had already paid off everything for the house, right?
That's right. We were lucky enough to find a house that we could afford to pay off all in one single payment. It was very nice that the real estate company let us do that.
Wow, that is really just incredible. And in this market, but that was my brother, I guess. He always did make way too much money for his own good.
Anyways, can you please just promise to not touch anything that I might have left in my room? Your mom said that I would be able to come back and get my things later.
Oh, geez, you should have told me that just a little bit sooner. It's a bit late for that now, though. I've already had a look and feel of everything in this house, things I want and don't want.
What are you talking about? What have you done? You need to explain to me what you've been doing because you've got no right to go through my things.
Well, Mom is already laying out all the stuff that you left behind here and choosing what of it she wants to keep. Although knowing her, half of this stuff will probably end up in the pawn shop so that she can make some cash.
Are you serious? Would she really sell my things? Are you actually kidding me? Do you realize that she's got no right to do that when it's my stuff?
Again, knowing her, she probably would. But don't worry, this necklace won't get sold because I'll be keeping it. It's all mine now. I love this.
Wait, hold on for just a second. Please don't go through my room anymore. I have a lot of things that are really precious and valuable to me in there.
I don't really see anything else in here that could be that valuable. Maybe some of these clothes, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to rummage through it all again.
Please just leave everything there, okay? I am begging you to please leave those be. You can't do this to me. I want my things back. Just keep your hands off my stuff.
Well, what about some of these stuffed animals? They look like they could be worth something. This is great. I'm going to earn so much cash off this auction.
No, please don't. Whatever you do, do not touch those. I am being really serious right now. You can't do this. Not you or your mother. You can't just get rid of my things.
Oh, yuck. What the heck? This one looks like it could be a real animal. What is it? Oh, this is insane. Why must you have such crap in your house, Tanya?
It's just made to look that way, okay? But can you please just leave it be and not touch anything else? I'll be by soon to come and collect everything. Just give me a chance to get there.
Ugh, no, this is too freaky. I don't want this in my house. I am going to throw it away. This is gross and disgusting, and I don't want to stare at it any longer.
No, you can't do that. Please don't throw it away. Anything but that. You shouldn't be even touching it, Liana. I mean it. Don't throw anything away.
Well, I want to turn this whole room into a walk-in closet. I can't have all your old crap just lying around here and taking up space. I don't want anything else in my way.
I'll be over right now to pick everything up. Just please don't throw anything away. I'll take it all home with me, I promise. Just please don't throw anything into the trash. It means a lot to me.
Well, I changed the lock, so I don't see how you think you're going to be getting in. Your keys won't work, and you're not allowed to come in without one of us present.
You did what? Why would you do something like that? I need to get my stuff, so I need access to the house. You can't just lock me out of there. How dare you? Hey, answer me.
Hey, did you come over to our house while I was out? I've got the locks changed and everything, so how did you get inside? Oh, you're such a little cow. You needed permission first.
I had to come over and pick up some very important stuff that I had left there. But by the time I got to the house, it seemed like Franny had already thrown everything away. Everything I wanted was broken up and left unusable.
Oh yes, she told me all about how you got into a panic over stupid stuffed animals. Aren't you just a little too old to be playing with things like that?
But it's really important to me. You don't understand what it meant to me. You are literally just trying to ruin my life, and it's not fair what you're doing to me, Tracy.
Well, I see that you're still hanging around our front door. Just what are you still doing here? You're in my house, and you're not welcome here, so you need to leave right now.
I'm just waiting for someone is all, which is frankly none of your business, Tracy. I can do what I want as it is actually my house. Just stop this madness now!
And just who would want to be seen in public with you, huh? Is anyone even really coming? Or are you making all of this up just to scare me and my daughter, huh?
I was told that you were going to try and sell my things without asking me first. So what you're doing is very wrong, and I can't just sit by and let you take over. It's not right.
Well, you have so many nice clothes and expensive-looking bags, I'm sure that they'll fetch a nice price. It'll be nice to have more money in my account to spend on things that I want and that don't look tacky.
Please, don't touch those. So many of those were gifts for me from Jack for our honeymoon. You can't just sell them when your generous and kind son gave them to me out of love.
Well then, as his mother, I suppose I have just as much claim to them as you do then, don't I? Anyways, he's dead, and it isn't like he can do anything with these things anyway.
How could you say that about your own son? Don't you even care about what he would have wanted? It seems like you never appreciated what he did before he passed away.
What he wanted? And just who do you think you are to tell his own mother that she doesn't know what her son wants? Anyways, we're already done moving our things in, so I am the new owner of the house. It is as simple as that.
You really think that that makes you the new owner of the house? You're unbelievable. You know that, right? You can't just take over like it's your God-given right, Tracy.
Of course not. It's the fact that my son died that does. He died and he inherited all of his things. As his mother, that would obviously include his house. This is just common sense.
Well, you do know that it's my name on the deed, don't you? You know that everything's in my name, right? What do you think I've been trying to tell you this entire time, Tracy?
What are you talking about? Are you trying to tell me that this house didn't belong to Jack? Are you being serious? I thought that everything was in his name and that I'd get to inherit it.
I told him that I didn't want him to take on any debt or interest, so I paid for the house in full. Jack was paying me back his half in bits with his salary.
Wait, so you paid for this whole house yourself? Where did you even get the money for that sort of thing? How is this even possible? Oh, this doesn't make any sense.
But you've also completely misunderstood how inheritance law works. You've never tried to make yourself understand or listen to anyone, have you, Tracy?
What are you talking about? What did I get wrong? How could I possibly get anything wrong when I am a smart woman? I've got brains, you know.
Even if the house had been under Jack's name, the only person who could inherit it would be me. It's all because things were in my name, and if you actually had brains, you would know that.
What kind of nonsense are you spouting now? Don't be ridiculous. You and him weren't even blood related. How could you get the house before me?
That's just how the law works. And had we had children, then his things would have been split between the two of us. But you never had a right to any of his things.
But I'm his mother. Oh, that can't be right. I should have the first say in all of this. I come before all of you because I'm the matriarch. That's how it's supposed to work.
I'm sure you think that's true, but the law says otherwise. It may work when you say it, but in writing, that's not how it works, Tracy. You've really got no idea, do you?
But I don't understand. If your name is on the deed of the house, then why didn't you say anything to us before?
Well, you two are Jack's family, and so I thought of you two as my family as well. If you two really wanted to live in this house so badly, I didn't think Jack would want me to deny you two.
So then we can have this house? Everything's fine? You'll leave us both alone and hand everything over to me so that we can stay here for the rest of our lives?
Everything was fine, but I've since changed my mind.
Changed your mind? About what? Why? What did we do?
Well, you may be surprised to hear this, but it was nothing to do with how you've talked to me. The truth is, however, that I don't think either of you ever loved Jack.
How could you even suggest something like that? Of course I love him. He was my son.
You threatened to not even buy him a headstone over this house business. And you're also thinking of selling things that have a sentimental value to both him and I.
No, you've got it all wrong. There's been a big mistake here.
No, I am only going to ask you this once. Get out of my house.
You have got to be joking me right now. I mean, you're just a housewife. Do you really expect me to believe that you bought this house? With what money, huh?
I actually own my business making felt stuffed animals. I have been doing so ever since I was a teenager.
Felt stuffed animals? What are you even talking about?
I am talking about animals that I handcrafted with thread and needle. The one that Franny tossed out was just one example of my work.
Are you talking about that creepy, realistic stuffed animal thing?
That's right. Actually, the ones that she threw away were projects that I were working on for clients. They send me photos of their late pets, and I create a stuffed toy that looks just like them.
And so that's why they looked so creepy? Because they're supposed to be based off real animals?
That's right, and for the large size, I usually charge about $3,000.
You charge how much? And you have people who will pay you for that?
Well, it takes a lot of time and hard work to get them just right for my customers. I also have a blog where I upload pictures of my work and reach new customers. That is how I make my money.
Well, then I don't get what the big deal is. I mean, if you have that much money, just go and buy another house and leave us alone. Besides, this house is way too big for just one person.
That's right. Even I noticed that. That's why I was okay letting you two live in there without me.
Wait, someone just came to the door, didn't they? Who are you talking to now?
That would be my lawyer and a police officer.
What? What are they doing here? What is going on?
Well, you're stealing and illegally occupying my home. Those are both crimes.
What are you saying? I'm not committing any crime. This is ridiculous.
And my lawyer just came to show the police that record of purchase for the house, which clearly shows my name on it.
Please don't do this. Oh, surely we don't need to involve any police or lawyers. Can't we just talk all of this out?
What are you talking about? Do you really think that I am going to let you get away with selling all of my precious memories without making you pay? You have got a lot of nerve talking to me like that.
But I still have all the money from the things that I sold. I promise to give it all back if you just forgive me.
It isn't the money I want. It is all the precious memories that I have associated with all of the things that you sold. Those are things that no amount of money can even buy.
No, this isn't right. We can still figure something out.
You have no idea just how upset you've gotten me. My husband is barely even in the ground, but ever since he died, you have done nothing but heap more stress and guilt on me. I don't think I've ever been this angry before.
Okay, I get it. I understand. We'll leave your house, but just please tell the police officer to go away and forget about all of this.
I will not be leaving this spot until I see you being taken away in handcuffs. So you might as well just give yourself up and not cause a scene.
But we're scared. We don't want to be arrested. I mean, Jack is dead, and this is how you're going to treat his family? Can't we just make up and be friends? What if I tell my friends about your business? I know a lot of people who would love one of those toys.
I don't want you in my life, and I certainly don't need your help finding business for myself. I'm in charge now, and you need to remember that, because I'm the owner of the house, and you're not.
Please, can't we just talk? Just the two of us. I mean, we won't even have a home, and I've already quit my job because we had this place.
Well then, I guess you better start applying to some new ones then, huh? Because I am going to be suing you for all that you've done.
But I'm your mother-in-law. Would you really sue your own mother-in-law? You can't do that to me when I am literally a family member. Oh, please don't be like this.
Oh, don't worry. You'll find out for yourself soon enough. I am going to take you to the cleaners and make you pay for what you've done to me.
You're terrible. You're a monster. How could you do this?
And then I am going to be selling that house. I don't even want to live there anymore after the way you've ruined it.
Well, if you're going to sell it anyways, then can't you just give it to us? We need a place to live.
No, I am going to take that money and buy a house next to the ocean, just like Jack always wanted.
What do you mean? He wanted a house near the ocean?
That's right. He told me that it was always his dream to have a house close enough to the ocean that he could see it.
Oh, he did always like the water, ever since he was just a little boy.
But he told me that the reason he would never do it is because you were getting old, and he didn't want to be too far from you. So he chose to live close to you instead.
You mean, my little boy, he did that for me?
And despite that, the only time that you would ever come over before he died was when you wanted money from him.
But he never once told me any of this. Why didn't he tell me?
He said that we would wait until you passed to move into his dream house. I didn't want to make you feel bad for the choices he'd made for you, but I am going to make a replica of him, and Jack and I are going to live by the ocean just like he'd always wanted.
But, you'll still give us money when we need it, right? Just like Jack would have wanted, won't you?
Of course not. You have your pension and you'll find a job. I can't believe that you convinced Jack to pay you $2,000 a month on top of all that. Just what were you using all that money for?
You know how I like to gamble, don't you?
You used all of that money just to gamble?
I mean, there are certain tables that they won't let you sit at in the casino unless you're willing to put up a certain amount of money. I just wanted to feel like a high roller is all.
I don't believe this. If Jack knew what you were spending all of his money on, well, I am just glad that he was spared this whole horrible episode.
Oh no, the doorbell just rang. Who is that? Is it you? Is it the cops?
Why don't you come outside and see for yourself?
No, please, I don't want to be arrested. Oh, please don't do this to me.
You are going to find out who it was one way or another. You might as well go in a dignified manner, no?
Please, I can't go to jail. Anything but jail, please.
Tracy and her daughter finally agreed to come out of the house without a fight. They were both arrested for trespassing and were made to hand over their receipts from the pawn shops. The total bill served to them for selling or destroying my belongings amounted to $50,000. That price also included compensation to my clients who were waiting on their stuffed animals. The two of them had to take out loans to pay all they owed back and are now living in a tiny apartment where they barely make ends meet. I heard that Tracy still goes to the casino, hoping for a lucky break that will save her from all this. As for me, I moved to a quiet home in the seaside and spend my days with Jack by my side. Hey, Robert, can we talk?
What is it?
I need to tell you something important. Are you free now?
Just say it. I'm in a meeting right now.
I'd rather wait until you have time. It's quite big news.
Just tell me now. Mom's been asking if there's any progress. If it's about the treatments again, she's getting impatient.
Well then, here we go. I'm pregnant. All those years of trying finally paid off. They confirmed the heartbeat at 6 weeks.
You'll be 43 when you give birth, right?
I'm a bit worried, but I'll do my best.
How disgusting!
What? Excuse me? Did you misread my message?
A worn-out hag having a kid at this age? What a nightmare!
Wait, what's going on? How can you say that?
And you were still trying to have a baby? That's what surprises me the most.
What are you talking about? We've been doing fertility treatments together all this time.
I need some time to process this. This wasn't supposed to happen.
What do you mean? We've been trying to have a baby for 10 years. You drove me to every appointment we had. You held my hand through every procedure. This is what we wanted.
What I wanted was to shut you up. I just went along with it because I was tired of you crying about wanting a baby. I never thought you'd actually get pregnant. Do you even know how risky it is to have a baby at your age?
Of course, I know the risks. The doctors explained everything to me. We discussed this before starting treatments. You were there for every consultation with me.
That was different. It wasn't real back then.
Not real? What do you mean? We spent thousands of dollars on treatments. How is that not real to you?
You weren't actually pregnant then. It was just playing pretend. It was like buying lottery tickets.
Well, this baby is real. Our baby is real. I'll give my life for this child if I have to.
That's not it. I mean the baby. There's no guarantee it'll be normal.
The doctor said everything looks good so far. We can do more tests if you're worried about it.
Tests won't change your age, though, or the risks you might have.
I'll take responsibility and raise them no matter what.
That's just empty words. You have no idea how hard it'll be.
I'm scared too. But I want this baby. Our baby.
The risk of birth defects skyrockets with advanced maternal age.
I know that. We knew that when we started trying.
My family has a prestigious lineage. How dare you bring shame to our name?
You helped make the baby. It wasn't all me. How can you talk about shame?
I should have listened to Mom. She said you were too old years ago.
Please stop talking to me like that. What happened to the man who held me when we got negative tests? Who promised we'd keep trying?
It's just fact. I don't want people staring and whispering.
Nothing's confirmed about any disabilities yet. Why are you assuming the worst?
Then what if something's wrong with it? What are you gonna do about that?
We'll face it together. That's what marriage means.
Don't lecture me about marriage. You're the one who's threatening our family's reputation.
How many times do I have to ask you to stop? Please don't disrespect our baby like this.
You're making me angry because you're being so short-sighted and optimistic.
Remember when we first started trying? You said any baby would be a miracle. What changed?
Reality changed. I've seen what happens to old women's babies.
I want to have this baby no matter what. That's all there is to it. Everyone has risks.
I'm talking about statistics here. Though I wouldn't expect a high school dropout to understand.
You've never thrown my education in my face before. Why now? What's really going on? Did I do something to make you upset?
Mom was right about you. I should have married someone younger. Someone with better breeding.
Then why did we try for a baby at all this time? Why spend all that money on treatments?
I never thought in a million years you'd actually get pregnant. It was cheaper than getting a divorce.
Cheaper than getting a divorce? What are you saying?
Actually, Mom wanted me to leave years ago. She said you were defective, but this was easier than that.
Then why were we trying so hard every month during my fertile window? Why did we go to all the doctor's visits?
That was just release, just getting off, nothing more.
That's horrible. How could you say such a thing? All those nights I cried. All those shots you gave me. It meant nothing to you?
It meant peace and quiet for me. No more whining about babies. Let me ask you one thing. Are you serious about having this baby?
Of course I am. We tried for so long.
Then we're getting divorced.
How did it come to this? Just like that? 10 years of marriage. You can end it just like that?
I should have done it years ago. Either abort it or we're done. I'll let you stay on as a housekeeper if you terminate it.
You want me to kill our baby? And become your maid? Who are you?
Being practical. You have no skills, no education. Where else will you go?
No way. I'm having this baby no matter what.
Think carefully about this. You'll be a single mother at your age with no support.
I'll figure it out. This baby deserves a chance.
I won't pay child support. Do what you want if you're okay with that.
Wait. Let's talk about this properly. You're making decisions while you're angry.
I've never been more clear-headed. There's nothing left to discuss with you.
This is your child too, not just mine. Don't you want to meet them? To know them?
Don't want it. Don't contact me when it's born. Got it?
At least tell me why you're being like this. The real reason. Not these excuses.
No excuses, just facts. You're too old, the baby's high risk, and I'm done.
10 years. Just gone? Like that?
You should have been gone sooner. Mom was right. Always is.
Your mother. This is about her, isn't it?
This is about standards, family name, legacy.
Our baby could be perfect. You're throwing away a miracle. Our miracle.
Your mistake, not mine. Goodbye. It must be about due date time. Did you have it?
Why are you messaging now? After 9 months of silence?
Just answer the question. Did you have it or not?
It's been a while since you texted me. The baby was born 3 days ago.
Why didn't you tell me that you gave birth? I have a right to know.
You're the one who said not to contact you. Don't contact me when it's born. Those were your exact words. Why would I contact you?
That was then. Things change.
What changed? Your mother's opinion?
Is everything normal? How was the birth?
Why do you care now? You made your position very clear.
Just tell me. Any complications?
No abnormalities so far. Perfect birth weight. Healthy lungs.
Any disabilities? Have they checked everything?
Too early to tell. It's a boy.
Well done. This changes everything.
What? What's with you now? You disappeared for 9 months and now this?
A boy! Mom's been nagging me about having a boy. This is great! Great! So great! We can't take him in until we're sure there are no disabilities. I'll be in touch.
Hold on. What do you mean, take him? He's my son. I just gave birth to him.
If he's from a good family, we'll raise him. Mom's disappointed because my child was a girl.
Huh? What child?
Oh, I didn't mention it. I remarried.
Oh. Wait. Something's not right. We only divorced 9 months ago. Even if she got pregnant right after, the baby wouldn't be born yet.
It was premature. These things happen.
Even so, getting pregnant immediately after our divorce seems too quick. Unless...
Who cares? We're divorced. You have no right to be angry anyway.
If the timing overlaps, that means you were cheating on me. During our treatments?
It's called risk management. I had to have backup plans.
What's that supposed to mean? Were there others?
Mom kept going on about how younger women have a better chance of having healthy babies. I had to cover all bases.
What? While I was taking hormones? Going through all the procedures?
Her saying is the more fields to plant seeds in, the better. I can't argue with Mom's wisdom.
You're treating women like farmland. Like breeding stock or something.
She's old-fashioned, I can't help it. But it worked, didn't it?
How many? How many women were you trying with?
Does it matter now? What's done is done. We can't take it back anyway.
After you discovered I was infertile, your mom wouldn't even speak to me. Women are just baby-making machines to her. And to you.
But if the kid's normal, Mom will be happy. She'll welcome you back with open arms. Both you and the baby.
No way. I'm never letting you have him. Never.
Be reasonable. Don't you think he'd be better off with our family's wealth and the best education money can buy, rather than struggling with a nobody like you? Think about his future.
His future is with me. I'll figure out the money. My son won't want for anything.
Easy to say, but statistics show 1 in 2 single-parent households live in poverty. Do you want that for him?
Better poor than with you. But I'll manage fine without you.
You're just being emotional. Think about what's best for him.
I am thinking about him. That's all I think about.
Then be smart about this. Let us raise him.
I'll contact you if he has no disabilities. Maybe.
Really? You being sensible?
Thinking about it, you're right. I don't want my stubbornness to limit my child's opportunities. If he's normal, as you say.
See, now you're thinking clearly. When will we know if there are any disabilities? How long do we have to wait?
It's hard to say. Could be when he starts holding his head up or when he starts talking around age 1. Development varies.
I see. Well, that's fine. If I don't have a son by then, I'll take him. Mom will be pleased with this.
Understood. But if he has any disabilities, I won't contact you. I don't want him hurt by your cruel words. Ever.
Fair enough. So if we hear from you, he's normal. If we don't, he's disabled. That's the deal. Simple enough, right?
Yes, that's the deal. I'll protect him either way.
Just remember, money matters. A mother's love doesn't pay bills.
Goodbye, then. Don't contact me again. I'll reach out if needed.
Keep your phone on. Mom will want updates too, if he's normal.
I said goodbye. Please respect that.
Later. Don't do anything stupid. Think about his future. Is that you at table 6? The old lady in the blue dress?
Please don't start. This is someone's wedding.
Well, if it isn't my ex-wife who got knocked up at 43 and got dumped. What a shock. I thought I saw a familiar old hag at the wedding.
So you were there too? Well, we do have a mutual friend. Let's keep things civil for their wedding.
It's impossible to miss you. I spotted you right away. That old lady aura was unmistakable.
You are still as charming as ever, I see.
I didn't expect to see you here. Who invited you anyway?
The bride is my college friend. We have known each other for 25 years.
I didn't notice at first. Where were you sitting during the ceremony?
Around the middle. We try to be discreet.
Look, she's waving. Your friend, the bride.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful ceremony.
That kid in the wheelchair next to you. Is that from back then? Is that him?
Stop staring at us. You're being obvious.
Oh, yes, it is him, isn't it? Ha! I knew it. Old lady having a kid equals disabled. I'm so glad I got out when I did. I dodged that bullet.
Please stop. This isn't the time or place to be doing this.
You're sure showing your true colors now. You're not so defensive anymore.
Can we not do this here? It's a celebration.
Your daughter must be 5, too. You said she was born around the same time. How's that working out?
You mean your daughter? With your second wife?
Nah, split up with that one. Now I have a 3-year-old daughter with someone else. Third time's the charm, right?
I see. Congratulations.
Don't patronize me. Still no boy, though. If your kid had been normal, I wouldn't have to keep trying. This is all your fault.
My fault? That you keep leaving your wives?
You know what I mean. If you'd given me a normal son, none of this would have happened in the first place.
Well, good luck with that. It's none of my business anymore. It hasn't been for years.
So your kid can't even walk on his own? Must be rough, all that single mom struggle.
He's doing fine. We're both just fine without you.
Can he at least talk? Or is he completely...
Don't finish that sentence. Not here.
This is hopeless. Total defective. just like Mom predicted.
Your mouth is as foul as ever. Some things never change.
I'm getting divorced next month. Again. Happy?
What? Why would that make me happy?
Mom's pushing me to find another wife. She says we need to try again. I'm getting tired of it.
Still doing whatever she says, I see. At your age.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a cute young thing, but it's hard to meet people. I'm past 50. They all want kids right away.
You're 50. You can't be picky anymore. Maybe it's time to stop.
I curse my fate of being born into wealth. The burden of carrying on the family name, you wouldn't understand.
Sounds rough. All that money. Such suffering.
Still better than raising a defective kid like you. At least I have options.
You're right. So right.
Something's off about you. You're different.
Different how? It's been 5 years.
You used to get all defensive when I talked about your kid this way. But now you're weirdly calm about everything I say. It's not like you. The you I remember, at least.
Not really. I'm just accepting reality. People change over time.
You're not hiding that he's actually normal, are you? Playing some kind of game?
No way. Why would I?
It's possible. You might be lying because you're afraid we'll take him. Mom would, you know.
You saw him in the wheelchair. What more do you want?
Yeah, I guess you're right. No one would fake that. Not even you.
Focus on making your heir and just leave us alone. That's all I ask.
It's getting harder at my age. The pressure. Mom won't stop until I have a boy.
You'll be fine. I'm praying you can give your mother the heir she wants. Since I couldn't. My greatest failure.
Thank you for that. Amazing how we can talk without resentment after 5 years. Almost like old times.
Indeed. Time heals all wounds. Or numbs them, I suppose.
See you around, or not. Take care of that kid. It must be hard.
Goodbye, Robert. Good luck with everything. I mean it.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I saw you at the mall today with the kid.
We were shopping for school supplies. Please, leave us alone.
I just saw you and your kid at the mall. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah, we were there earlier today. What do you want?
Old hag. I could smell that mothball smell from a mile away. But something wasn't right.
How rude! Still so charming after all these years. I see that you have not changed at all.
Hold up, wasn't he in a wheelchair at the wedding? He was walking just fine today. He was running around even.
Oh, he worked really hard in physical therapy. Children can improve, you know, with proper care.
Something's not adding up here. I've been thinking about it all day. The way he was moving around.
Why are you suddenly so interested? It's been 6 years since you left.
What? Show me proof. Medical records.
We don't really have anything like that. Why would we?
Don't play dumb. That's impossible. I looked it up. You'd get benefits if he was diagnosed with a disability. So you must have some documentation with you.
Why are you bringing this up now? We've been done for 6 years. Why does it matter now? Move on.
You don't understand. Mom won't get off my back. All these wives leave with their kids because she keeps pressuring them to have a boy. It's a nightmare.
That has nothing to do with us. Your mother's obsession isn't our problem.
4 wives, 4 divorces, all because of her demands.
I'm sorry to hear that. But again, not our problem.
You're obviously not gonna deny it outright if you've been lying about him being disabled. Your responses are too careful.
Maybe, maybe not. What difference does it make now?
Our son must be normal if you're responding like this. You're not even trying to argue with me.
That's your interpretation. Think what you want. I don't care.
If you were really raising a disabled kid, there's no way you wouldn't fight back against these accusations. You'd be defensive like before.
Who knows? People change. Priorities change.
I'm tired of this. If there's an heir right in front of me, why should I keep trying to sweet talk women into having my kid? Do you know how exhausting dating is at my age?
Please, just leave us alone. Find another young wife and make your heir. It's what you're good at.
I'm just exhausted. Why should I start from scratch wooing women when I can just take back what's already mine? He's my son too.
No way. My son isn't property. I'll never give him to you. Never.
Then we'll go to court. Fight for custody. Mom's lawyers are already looking into it.
What? What is wrong with you? You're the one who abandoned us. Threw us away.
Don't act tough. A broke woman like you can't win against our family's wealth. Be realistic.
In America, mothers get custody 90% of the time. You can't touch us there.
Don't underestimate us. We can afford the best lawyers. Mom will spend whatever it takes for her heir. Whatever it takes.
Please stop. I want him to have a free life. Away from all this.
He'll have more freedom than he knows what to do with. Just existing while property and real estate income rolls in. What's freer than that? Think about his future.
You can enjoy that yourself. We don't want it.
Wait a minute. You just dug your own grave. That's slip.
What do you mean? What slip?
A disabled kid can't have a free life. That's not how it works. Nah, now I'm sure. He's normal. You've been hiding it and keeping him away from us. You're the worst mother and ex-wife.
That's not true. You're twisting my words now.
When Mom gets serious, it's gonna get real ugly. Fight us in court if you have the time and money. But we both know how that'll end.
Please. I just want to live peacefully with my son. Why can't you understand that?
You're evil for hoarding my superior genes all to yourself. You'll pay for this. Mom will make sure of it.
You little thief. I finally found your number. Oh, is this Margaret? You want to text me after all these years? I'm not your mother-in-law anymore. Don't act familiar. You lost that right a long time ago. Sorry about that. Miss Cato, then. I hear you've been hiding my grandson from us. Keeping our rightful heir away for 6 years is practically criminal. How dare you do such a thing? That's not true. He's my child. Besides, Robert and I have been divorced for years. Your son's choice, remember? Robert only agreed to the divorce because he thought you'd had a disabled child. Now we know the truth. You don't know anything. Just like before. Past child support can be paid. Then we can make our claim. The courts will side with us. Do whatever you want. We'll be waiting in American courts. You can afford the travel and the lawyer fees, that is, of course. Times are tough, aren't they?
Don't you dare mock me. Our family's wealth is endless.
I have to go. We have a meeting at MIT. I can't keep them waiting.
What's that? Some mall food court?
Massachusetts Institute of Technology? You know, the university?
Oh, I've heard of that university. Wait.
I'm sorry for taking up your time counting what's left of your money. However many years you have left, take care. Best wishes to your son.
Hey, wait! You thief! Get back here!
Is it true? About MIT?
Yes. The acceptance letter came in yesterday.
He's 6! That's impossible!
Special program. For gifted children. Fully funded, too.
You planned this all along!
No, he did this. All on his own.
We can offer him a better future. Private tutors, the best schools!
Too late. We're leaving next week. Good luck with everything.
You can't do this! He's my son!
Goodbye, Robert. Take care of your mother. She needs you.
This isn't over! We'll fight this!
There's nothing to fight. We're already gone.
I've spoken to our lawyers. You won't get away with this.
Please stop harassing us. We're trying to pack right now.
Pack? You're not going anywhere. We've filed an emergency motion.
Too late. Tickets are already bought. Visa already got approved.
You can't take my grandson. He belongs here with us. With his real family.
His real family? Where were you for 6 years?
We thought he was defective. You tricked us into thinking that way.
You just proved my point. Thank you.
What do you mean?
Screenshot saved. For the court records. Your true feelings about disabled children.
You planned this. You manipulative witch.
Anything else you'd like to say? For the record.
Mom's in the hospital. Are you happy now?
What happened?
Stress? Because of you, her blood pressure spiked.
I'm sorry to hear that. But we're still leaving.
You're heartless after everything she did for you.
Did for me? Like what?
She took you in, gave you a home when you had nothing.
She imprisoned me. She controlled everything I did. For 10 years.
You're ungrateful. Always have been.
I'm grateful for one thing. She showed me exactly what I didn't want my son to become.
He's my son too. You can't just take him.
Watch me. Actually, you won't even be able to do that.
The lawyers say you filed for full custody years ago.
Yes. When you abandoned us. It was granted.
That's impossible! I would have known!
You were served. At your second wife's house. Remember?
That thick envelope? I never opened it! Thought it was more of your begging!
Your signature is on the return receipt. You really should read your mail. Especially legal documents.
This changes nothing. We'll fight it. Appeal.
With what money? The company's going bankrupt, isn't it?
How did you?
Public records. You should have diversified. Instead of living off old money.
You don't know anything about us. We have resources.
The mansion is mortgaged. The cars are leased. What's left?
Stop! Please stop!
Now you say please. 6 years too late. Goodbye.
Wait! We can negotiate! What do you want?
Nothing. We have everything we need. Each other. The 50-year-old balding Robert never managed to remarry. Years later, their supposedly abundant wealth was running dry, and even gold diggers wouldn't come near him. Without energy or money, the old toad had quieted down and was trying to butter up his ex-wives to see his 2 daughters. But of course, they had him completely blocked. Robert blamed his mother for ruining his life, while she blamed him for letting the family line die out, leading to their estrangement. What was left for the 2 who had lost both money and family? Meanwhile, Hart thrives every day. He's found joy in an environment where he can learn freely without worrying about others' judgment, and his smile never fades. Watching my son grow is my greatest happiness.